So we actually raining ash. Yo, this is like a twilight zone. This is very, very scary, Joe.
The Caribbean haven that's turned into an apocalyptic nightmare. After a series of explosive volcanic eruptions on the island of St. Vincent, the natural disaster is slowly becoming a humanitarian crisis. We're the only British journalists who've managed to reach the island to see the extent of the damage.
Pay some attention to the Vincentian people. We are crying out. We are hurting. We are a hurt people.
And the eruption could go on for a year.
We don't know if we will get back our home.
But with thousands already having fled their homes, how will the people of St. Vincent continue to run from a volcano that won't stop erupting?
My God!
In the aftermath of the eruptions of La Soufrière, what's meant to be green is grey. The volcano spewed pyroclastic flows, dense, fast-moving ash and lava, which can move at speeds of nearly 450 miles per hour. Temperatures can reach 700 degrees Celsius. Luckily, no one was in its path, but the fear here is what could happen next? Another eruption with flowing lava or hot gas? The risk of buildings collapsing under the weight of ash? We travel to Chateau Belair. This is in the orange zone, not under an evacuation order, but it's been hit badly by the ash. It's taken us several hours to get here to Chateau Belair. The conditions, as you can see, are really difficult. Whenever there is any sort of wind, it blows in your face and you can't see anything. This ash, it's really, really fine, like talcum powder, and every house in this area is caked in this stuff.
It's very thick, very, very thick, very, very thick. Like, you can't even see you can't create properly. Very, very thick.
But this is what it was like on the day of the biggest eruption. It's 7 a.m. The sky is completely blacked out. For Leonard Collis, that moment was terrifying.
I was inside sleeping. While it was shake, I wake up. I said, what is this? Then after the shake now, the whole house come down one time.
From the foothills of the volcano, around 20,000 people have had to leave this area. They escaped from the most dangerous part of the island, the red zone. Some left their homes in the middle of the night to travel hours to safety.
I sleep on here, and this was my children sleep on there.
Families have been arriving at this shelter since last week. These guys agreed to speak with us, but not before they made sure they were camera ready.
The Friday now, I inside I hear pop, 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 pop. Some people outside, and they must snap and snap. Me say, call a man, Samson, what happened? He say, what happened? So free. When I look up, Michael, oh God.
With running water not expected back across the entire island for months, and the agricultural belt of the north out of action, the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, warns of a slow-moving humanitarian disaster.
This is what the ash has done to the bananas. Same thing it has done to the plantains. So everywhere you go, you'll see them.
We're travelling with the PM to see the damage the volcanic ash has caused firsthand. Soldiers man this last checkpoint. From here, no one is allowed to get past without permission. That's because we're now firmly in the red zone, the area surrounding the volcano La Soufrière in the northern part of the island, the place hit hardest by the eruptions. Looking out of the car window, there's a grey haze as far as the eye can see, not just affecting people's homes, but their livelihoods too. Here, the Prime Minister stops the convoy to assess the damage.
I said, this is...
We've just stopped in a village outside of Georgetown, and these are banana crops, and they are completely destroyed by ash. This is the first time the Prime Minister has been able to venture north, and we're travelling with him. And you can just see at every stop, there's just so much dust getting in your eyes, dust getting in the back of your throat, dust everywhere, and whole communities just empty and destroyed. On the roadside, the Prime Minister meets a farmer who lists his damaged crops.
Banana, plantain, you got cucumber plant, pigeon peas.
As we continue up north, people are working to clear the road. You can see how thick the ash was piling up on the side. When we get to Sandy Bay, we can no longer go on. The road to the next 3 villages, impassable. At the end of his tour, I asked the Prime Minister how he's feeling about what he's seen. What are your initial thoughts when you see all of this devastation?
It's desolate. It's terrible. You'd used the word earlier. Parts of it is like the apocalypse.
There's a bit of a danger here, isn't there? Because we've come up to come and have a look, but people aren't even allowed to come back to their homes. What's your message for those people? Well,
the point about it is this. We are taking a risk. But we have taken a calculated risk. They wouldn't have support systems to get out very quickly. So it's very dangerous for them to come up and stay.
A couple of hours later, we got a volcano alert. Just over an hour ago, the volcano blew again, and what you can see is in the foreground you've got the white fluffy clouds, but in the background just behind that is the ash which has been belching out from the volcano. And because it's quite a windy day, we're seeing a lot of the ash just drifting over towards the south side of the island. The volcano is one problem, but it's caused so many others, with water, food and infrastructure all needing urgent attention. The road to recovery will be a long one.
Lord, and I know that my Redeemer lives.
Back at the shelter, 81-year-old Stella is singing her favourite hymn. Despite being stoic all day, the lyrics begin to take their toll on the rest of the family. Far away from home, not knowing when they'll be able to go back, their lives on hold.
Lord, Redeemer lives. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.